Hey there, Stampers, and welcome to a technique video. Earlier this week I posted a bunch of tags on my blog, and this was one of them, and it was after one of Tim Schultz's tags. And he has a die, I guess, that makes pine cones or something. I don't know. But I wanted to use what I had, so I made these little pine cones, and you can make them as flowers or whatever, but using these two punches. So I have no idea what size this one is. I think this is the large and this is the extra large. This one is 2 3/8 inches. And I used early edition paper. And I just punched out one of each. And then I set the punches aside. And you can, I like Sahara sand for any light paper that I'm going to ink. It doesn't make a big obvious coloration, but to me it looks like it's naturally discolored over time with age. So it's what I prefer to use. So I went ahead and inked the outside edge, the scallop, on these, and you can go back in and add another layer of color with early espresso if you want to darken the edges. And those are kind of my two go-to colors. But anyway, so starting with these two pieces, all I did was I cut a ring of scallop, and the bigger one like this, and then the smaller one, same thing. Trying to keep the width approximately the same, but it's not that big a deal. So then this piece is going to attach to this piece like this, and then you have a spiral. I used a glue dot. Oh, these are big glue dots. Or the little glue dots. Anyway, I'll just use this big glue dot. And then you're going to want to fold the scallop over on itself, just sort of in the center, and you go through the entire one of the pine cones I did this on, and the other I didn't. This one I didn't, and this one I did, and it's a very subtle detail. So if you want to skip it, you can see it doesn't make a big difference. I had to really look to see, but depending on how tight or how small or big these are, it can, you know, make a difference. So you just go ahead and fold it over, creating a crease down the center of the scallop. And then once you've done all of that, you're going to take your fingernail and just sort of bend the scallop backwards like this, and it also will create more texture. And then the only thing I did, and this will take time for you to fuss with, is I took my paper piercing tool, and I began to wind this into a, you know, on the paper piercing tool. So just start in the center. The first bit is kind of, because I like it tight. You can always adjust later, but you can't always get it really tight if you don't start from the beginning. And I stabbed myself bad with this thing. I'm not very graceful, so hopefully you'll be more careful than I am normally. And you just wind it around. And you can see that it begins, this will make a flower if you want it to, but you're going to pull up the top to create the pine cone looking thing. Here we go. Almost done. You get the idea. Just go all the way around. And you can see how using the paper piecing tool I can just start to edge it up anyway. Then you take it out. You're going to want to, I used another glue dot to fasten the base. And then you just play with it and you just poke your tool through to get the bits up that you want. And you can see by letting it unwind a little bit and pulling it up, that you'll create this pinecone looking thing. Like I said, you're going to adhere the base with another glue dot. And then you just ink it some more. You can see the difference in mine that were really inked well. And I did use, excuse me, early espresso. But I didn't do it on here because I just want you to see how it is. And you do have to fuss with it till you get it the way you like it. Anyway, then you're just going to, I think I used glue dot or maybe Crystal Effects to hold it down. And it is something you have to play with, and it's a little more time consuming, but it was fun. I don't know that I do it all the time, but now you know how to. And I hope you found this helpful, and we'll see you next time. Bye!